All right, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the daily trade analysis on a daily money market. Today is the Tuesday, the second day of the week, close to the end of February 2024. Pretty much, yesterday, Monday, the market was not moving. There was a lot of bank holidays that they were, happening, including the Canada, Japan, as well as in the US. So there was not that much in terms of volatility. That is why we couldn't have our daily trade analysis. But we're back again. Today is Tuesday, where I can see there's a lot of, volatilities are actually going on. I'm looking at CNBC and Bloomberg here. Shows me Bachelor's FY 2023 results are coming out. So there's quite some stuff that actually, coming up this week in terms of, pushing the market, or again, having productivity and seeing the opportunity in the market and execute and make something out of it, So last week, of course, we saw CPI, and again, we saw PPI, Producer Price Index, coming up, surpassed the numbers in terms of, the estimation. CPI also doing the same thing, NFP doing the same thing. This week, let's look at our high impact volatility news that are actually happening. Today, already earlier in the morning on 2:30 a.m., there was Australian monetary policy meetings. That's why you're looking at a chart. I think it's a chart of AUD USD. It's actually having a high impact volatility. So Sydney sessions, it was actually happening there. And again, Asian session 3:15 a.m., there was a Chinese one-year loan prime rate. Again, I think there was a lot of volatility. Maybe we're going to look into JP225 just to see how actually, it's reacting at the moment. But later on, going to 3:30 p.m., there's a CPI Consumer Price Index from Canada. So I think we're expecting Canadian dollar to have a high impact or so volatility, as well as a common CPI year-to-year, trendy CPI year-to-year, all of those coming from Canada. Then there's a monetary policy report hearings that is happening from Great British Pounds around 12 o'clock. So those are type of, currency instruments that we can, look into it. We're not seeing a lot of US having, high impact. But of course, on a session open, it will have a little bit of movement, just to show that, the dollar, it's actually, still being stability in the market. So, right. So first of all, as we said, monetary policy from Australian dollar, we're looking at Australian dollar versus United States dollar. So right now, if we put our market at a 1 hour as a day trader, what we realize is that the market is actually on a roof. If we go on a 4 hour just to look at it, it's actually on a clearly roof, but it hasn't goes all the way up where it comes from. I think this was NFP, comes that, and this was CPI, and this was PPI, and then it started recovering all the way to up. But let's go on a 1 hour so that we can actually, capitalize. But because of this monetary policy, it's actually a big thing. This is what I'm actually anticipating, that the market can drop to this level. All right. So for now, maybe the price will go all the way to 0.654, somewhere around there. And then it might be, start turning all the way down to 0.65058. But pretty much, if you can see, I've already put my sell, because pretty much I'm actually anticipating this market to drop, whether it goes all the way up here, but eventually what I'm anticipating is the market to actually push the price all the way down to somewhere around 0.65045. So this is the area that I'm anticipating to have some kind of like a take profit. Okay, once it get there, then at least we are actually, secure some couple of pips from that specific instrument. The second instrument, maybe we can look in terms of China. China, was it CPI? Was China loan prime? But we can just look at it and to see, look at this volatility to drop all the way, and now it's starting picking up. I think it was during the Asia session when the China loan has actually dropped all the way to here, and it started recovering. What exactly we're anticipating to put the market back where it was before the news has actually, dropped. So we're actually thinking that the price will continue right now, drop a little bit all the way to 38245, 38285. And then after that, it will start recovering bit by bit. Maybe by the time we get to tomorrow, the market will be, getting to this level. But that's how you actually take advantage when there's higher impact volatility news, because it will spike, and then the next move that will happen, it's a recovery from that spiking that actually happening. So I think the market will continue dropping. Like, for example, let me say if I put like this, pushing the price up, but the highest target that we are actually anticipating is this recovery, right? Come all the way to 38,245, Japanese 225, and then start going all the way up, recovering for the loan year to year that actually dropped, the loan prime rate year to year that actually released. So pretty much that it shows that it's declining in terms of people that are actually participating in a industry in China for taking loans and so on and so forth. All right, so moving on, we're gonna look at GBP. Hey guys, let me get water. Yeah, better. So I think another instrument that we have to look about is GBP, Great British Pounds, because they're actually having a monetary policy report hearings. The good thing about it is they're having it at 12:15, so around 12:15. So all right, let's look Great British Pounds versus United States dollar. Again, it's a little bit late, so we can actually have really a good setup in terms of how the market is gonna perform. So pretty much we are on 1 hour as a time frame, identifies all the position that we think the market has been or is coming from, just to give us a little bit of setup. So we can see there's a couple of opportunities already that I'm actually looking at it. If you go for 30 minutes, look at the markets. The market can push the price. And there's a small gap here, which is the try to recover, but not to the full force to this level. So anticipation is the market to push the price all the way to 1.26201. But if you go to 15 minutes, you can see it's a couple of some move, from where it is going all the way to 1.26201. So it might actually even pass that, goes to recover to this level, but maybe it's not going to do that today, right? Today, we can think of that the move pushes here, maybe it can break and then try to get this zone, right? Can break and then try to get to this zone. Once you get to this zone, that's pretty much a good profit. So yeah, that's anticipation of a bullish movement that I'm looking at in terms of Euro GBP, is because of the monetary policy that are actually going to, monetary policy meetings that they're actually going to have today around 12:15 p.m. today. So of course, as a dollar instrument is not having a lot of volatility in terms of high impact news. It's actually maybe depending on the earnings of different companies, but again, it's being slow in terms of big companies giving the earnings or giving the report about how the finance of that year of that company in the quarter has been performing. So we are anticipating the British pounds to gain a momentum all the way to 1.26201. All right. So moving on to the next instrument around 3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. is consumer price index of Canada, yeah, of Canadian dollar. So we can also try to juggle the Canadian dollar. Let's see where maybe we can find Canadian dollar. Okay, let's get a USD CAD. United States dollar versus Canadian dollar. Again, as usual, we're putting actually the market at a higher position. But look what actually happened on CPI. This is the CPI, pushes the price on Tuesday, last week Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way to Thursday, all the way to Friday, drops the market. And then the entire week, yesterday, start picking up all the way to today. Now, the picture already that tells you this is the highest position, lowest position at the moment. But the market actually has a different phases that actually, you know, resist. So these phases as well, they are very important because of this is where you can actually start capitalizing and take advantage, you know, of whether short trades or whether to enter a long trades, right? So you can have a short trades here, come this side, and then maybe it breaks, goes to 1.34452, or it can retest, come back at this position, breaks again, go to 1.35423. You see, so that's how crazy the market it is. But when we go to smaller time frame, what exactly does it show us? It actually shows us that the market is actually trying to push the price down. Now, do we think the CPI of Canada is going to drop? That's another anticipation. I think the market will go all the way bullish to these levels. See this level? That's where the market is actually going. This is the levels that the market want to recover. But at the moment, anticipating the short trades coming all the way to 1.34885. Once it get there, it resists a little bit. Once it get to 3:30, it shoots all the way up, touches these spaces where you can actually make some really good profit, right? So that's actually, you know, how the market is looking in terms of high impact volatility news. But again, we are approaching to London London Open. Of course, we can look into UK100 already. It's having high impact volatility. I think I need to enter this UK100 already. You know, it's having high impact volatility. I think it might try to cover this space, which is not that really, you know, a lot of space, but it might try today to cover this space when the market open around 10 o'clock, pushes the price all the way to 7,709, which is not that bad if you actually, you know, open with a proper risky parameter lot size. You can actually collect all these pips from this move and make something when it's trying to recover this gap. So that's what I'm anticipating regarding the opening of European session at 10 o'clock today. Right now, we're sitting at 9:13, 13 minutes past 9 o'clock a.m. in Johannesburg. All right, moving to German 30, again, at open session, anticipating German 30 to push the price all the way up, the way the range is actually showing. Again, there was a little bit of a gap. German 30 has been acting weirdly last week based on the CPI and the PPI. And that's why we're seeing some weirdly gaps that are forming from German 30, right? The space are not recovering. So I think anticipation is to push the price to actually, maybe if it's not, let's see, maybe even here. There we go. Because again, there's a GBP a monetary policy meeting, so you might see the German 30 push the price to 17,128 at the stock price. So somewhere around here as a very big you know, opportunity that you can actually, you know, take. But target this level because the market has to cover this gap. So definitely it will push the price to 17,105. Already, if you can see, this is woo. I think I can miss this opportunity. I'm in. To avoid missing the opportunity, I'm in. I'm getting already recovering on profit. Let's go. All right, so that's what German 30 I'm anticipating to push the price all the way to this side. All right, now we're going to jump in and look in terms of New York session open, two instruments that we always look. Maybe to add another instrument, it's gold. Gold right now, it's sitting at 2019. Again, from CPI pushes the price down, but it tries to recover very, very positively in terms of recovering, you know, sitting at 2019. And I said yesterday, last week, that I don't think it will go up to all the way to 2029 or 2032, but it will actually, you know, finish the week and open the week on the middle, but around 2000. But again, it's not going to go below 1,900 and something. So it's going to push to recover this space to 2029. So we are anticipating the bullish movement, but there's not much in terms of US news. That is why gold as a safe haven, we're going to see a little bit of positivity in terms of pushing the price up. Moving to NASDAQ, NAS100, the combination of over technology 100 companies under one stock exchange. We are looking at NASDAQ right now sitting at 17,659 as a price at the stock market. The highly anticipation of it, it's actually to get to 17,955. Do we think it can get it today? Yes, highly, highly, highly possible it can be able maybe to get today. The way it's showing already, it might get to 17,735 before even 12 o'clock. Break this position. This is another TP that you can actually, you know, use it as a cushion so that you shouldn't lose a lot of money. Again, but the highest possible position after New York session open 4:30 p.m. today is to get to 17,955. Yeah, so that's what I'm anticipating about NASDAQ, NAS100, a bullish movement, pushes the price to 17,820, break that level, going to 17,955. All right, moving to US30, one of the biggest stock in the United States, holding a lot of companies, over 30 biggest companies in the US on a bigger time frame, on a 1 hour time frame. Now, this is where NASDAQ and US30 has been performing really differently for past 2 weeks, right? And already I can see that the move that is going to happen here is going to be very vice versa with the NASDAQ. A lot of people, they follow NASDAQ and then they will think US30 will perform the same. And they will follow US30 and think NASDAQ is going to perform the same. But this is not what I'm looking at it when I look at it H1. Already I'm thinking that the market will just go to retest here, but it want to come back to 38,250. 38,250. This is the level that the market want to come back. 38,250. Maybe it can even break to 38,096 and then trying to recover bit by bit when the week goes all the way up. Now, it's just a short retesting that I think the market want to do because it's respecting this zone. All right. So this is the zone that is respecting. US30 might pushes the price up, but I don't think it will break this level. It will come back all the way down and keep on pushing the price down. And then from there, from tomorrow, that's where it's going to start actually, you know, starting picking up. So yeah, that's it in terms of high impact volatility and our analysis. We're just seeing the breaking news again. The backlers made $340 million worth of job cuts to refine the head count. So again, that's another headline coming from the backlers company from British. It's a British company, and then that's why we're going to see maybe a couple of instruments of GBP or euros having a little bit of, especially stocks like NAS100, like UK100, which is FTSE 100, and the German 30, which is DAX, to a lot of people that they don't know. So yeah, man, thank you very much for actually tuning in. You must actually keep subscribing and keep sharing the video with other people. Yeah, man, we can learn a lot. Thank you.